Hey, howdy, hey, how are you doing out there? It is live right now with Two Step Tribe. I'm Tracy Two Step.
I am RAB the Front Man coming at you from, I guess we're both in Central Texas. How's everybody doing? Some
How's
thumbs up,
everybody doing out
shares.
there?
Please share our video. Let's see if we get some interaction in here from all our peeps.
Tell them where to go, Rab. This is Rab the Front Man tonight on Two Step Tribe. Y'all say hey, howdy, hey to Rab the Front Man. Get in there to Two Step Tribe, the YouTube. Go to YouTube. Two Step Tribe, the number 2. Don't spell that. Let's go to YouTube and interact with us. Make fun of us. Listen to good music. Or give us some quick tips. We've got a great artist tonight lined up. WYATT ALEMAN is on the show tonight. You got to check this out. He's like a young Hank is what I get from that. But Rab, let's catch up real quick. How's Tribe? How's Two Step Tribe with Rab? What's going on?
I'm doing well. Been pretty busy. Of course, back to school and doing all the band stuff with the oldest child, and then one of the middle children are doing choir, and then the second to youngest is in school, and I'm just at home by day with my youngest. Had some personal stuff going on with our my wife's grandmother. She's with us now, so I've been taking care of her. But yeah, other than that, business is great. Business is busy. Shows are good. Trying to just keep to the grind, keep to the hustle.
That sounds good.
I feel like it's been a minute since I've seen you.
I know, right? Congratulations to everybody out there. The Josies were a big success. I'm from Nashville, so as locals,
yes.
Texas took over.
I saw Songbird got recognized.
Uh-huh. Yes, and Brooks Herring, great friend of mine. He got recognized there. So there's so many. I hate to even make a list, but shout out for sure. You got Celeste Marie Wilson, Brooks Herring, Songbird. There's more, y'all. Y'all need to go check that out. The Josies are in Nashville, Tennessee. They were started by a mother and her daughter, actually, right out of there. So yes, we just saw some of the tribe all get together. We just saw some boss moves. Our new part of our show is boss moves. So the beat of the business. So we're going to start bringing you in some boss moves and people who make those moves to give you more information on what to do in the industry and how to level up. So as we level up ourselves, literally, Two Step Tribe is leveling up itself. So
always. Hey, we can't ever get comfortable.
No, we can't. Actually, thank you for that. That is that's not good. Rab the Front Man. You can go follow him on his pages. And again, Tracy Two Step, I'm here with Two Step Tribe. And if you're watching, go to YouTube, check us out live and see what we are doing. If you're watching on Instagram, you can find it again under Two Step Tribe. But we are on air. We are radio, a broadcast, a podcast. Shout out to Heroes Media Group, 107.5. Music Row and True Grit. You are on Two Step Tribe Live, the number 2, Two Step Tribe. Our guest tonight, WYATT ALEMAN. What do you have to say, Rab?
Well, I hope we get to see him. I know he's having some Wi-Fi issues. If not, we got his tunes. We can talk about him.
I like it. I like the brutal.
He's a good old honky-tonk tune guy. I really enjoy his young self. It's really nice to see. It's very unique. I was talking to Chief about that a while back, and it's very unique to find these kind of guys out there playing the stuff he's playing and sounding the way he sounds just naturally like that. It's very, very gift. It's a true gift. I don't think I hear very much of this around right now. So checking him out, I was like, wow. I hope we get to hear him.
It is great. I've actually seen him play live, and it is WYATT ALEMAN, and that is WYATTALEMAN, WYATT ALEMAN, and he is on the show. Two Step Tribe. Welcome to the show, WYATT. How are you doing?
I'm doing just fine. How about y'all?
All right. Hey, WYATT, what's going on?
We're doing pretty good. We got a little bit of a 10-second delay, but we love it. So you look great. I love the hat. The first thing that I noticed when I saw you was your hat. So your hat, you on purpose have your hat that reminds me of a legend out there, the way that he would wear his hat. Do you know who that is, Rab? I know you know who it is, Wyatt. Anybody?
I'm sorry, I had somebody coming in the door. That does look like a famous hat. I'm thinking it looks a little bit like a Hank.
Thank you. That's a Hank hat. It is. Most definitely. And this is Wyatt Alman. Wyatt, we welcome you to the show. Why don't you give us some information on you and just a little bit about your background? Go on, hun.
WYATT ALEMAN. The thing with my last name, a lot of people, they get a little confused with how to spell it. Of course, our family, it's all Aleman, Aleman, and I'm from a little town out in south central Texas, around maybe Seguin, Gonzales, kind of that area, called Harwood. I've been living here since 2006, and even though I was born in Columbus, Texas, a little bit closer to Sealy and Katy, kind of that area out there by Houston in 2004, and I was born into country music loving family, on both sides, my dad's side and my mama's side. So I was born with how they all say, the earworm for country music.
I like it. Tell me a little bit about your music. What is some of your music that's out there that would be recognizable for everybody?
Well, how to say this? I guess it's more along the lines of traditional country music. I perform traditional country music and a little bit of classic stuff here and there, but definitely Western swing as well. And one of my biggest inspirations, of course, obviously the man himself, Hank Williams, and a fellow named Bob Wills, who was a native Texan here. One of my favorites, yeah. Hank and Bob. As George Jones made an album before with a tribute to Hank and Bob.
I like it. Hank and Bob. That's the new name of the show, Rab. Hank and Bob.
All right, I can get that.
I like it, Wyatt. You're into that traditional country, the swing. I definitely got to see a little bit of that live. And I see you're in here tonight, and I'm hoping everybody goes to check out your hat and check you out some more. Again, like the internet's a little bit dragging, but you can certainly check it out. And Wyatt, I know that you're right there in your studio and you're holding a guitar. Are you planning on using that?
I think so.
Let's see how your sound's going. Let's see how your sound is going. I want to make sure you sound good.
All right. I hope I sound good. I don't piss nobody off.
Yeah, Wyatt, I would be doing you a disservice if I let you continue like that, hon. The internet is dragging so bad where you're at that if I continued, it would be horrible, because you are an amazing artist and you play amazingly well, and I've got your tracks. So the smartest thing we can do right now is grab one of your tracks and you tell me which one.
Let's have a little old classic #1 hit for Hank Williams. It was his, I believe, his third #1 hit, called "Why Don't You Love Me Like You Used to Do, Honey."
Ooh. All right, I'm going to play it. Why don't you love me like you used to, honey? Here we go. This is Wyatt Alman, and here is his music tonight live on Two Step Tribe. Why Don't You Love Me by Wyatt Alman.
Well, why don't you love me like you used to do? How come you treat me like a worn-out shoe? My hair's still curly and my eyes are still blue. Why don't you love me like you used to do? I ain't had no loving like a hugging and a kissing in a long, long while. We don't get nearer, further, closer than a country mile. Why don't you spark me like you used to do? They say sweet nothings like you used to coo. I'm the same old trouble that you've always been through. So why don't you love me like you used to do? Why don't you be just like you used to be? How come you find so many faults with me? Somebody's changed, so let me give you a clue. Why don't you love me like you used to do? Ain't had no loving like a hugging and a kissing in a long, long while. We don't get nearer, further, closer than a country mile. Why don't you say the things you used to say? What made you treat me like a piece of clay? My hair's still curly and my eyes are still blue. Why don't you love me like you used to do?
Hey, why don't you love me like you used to? There you go. That was WYATT ALEMAN right there himself. ALEMAN. WYATT ALEMAN right there. Wow. I love your music, WYATT. You know, you are that traditional, old school, and swing. Rab, weigh in on it.
Hey, I could close my eyes and think I was listening to somebody else there for a minute. That was pretty good. That was really good. It reminded me, I did a show a while back with Jake Hooker and Tony Booth, and I bet have you ever met them? I bet they would love you.
Oh no,
yes, sir, I have.
Man, they're all yeah.
I have. I used to go follow them a long time ago.
Yep. You need to hook up with Heart of Texas Records and do some stuff with them guys. That's some good stuff.
Heart of Texas. There you go. So we'll get in touch with WYATT on back channels there. Yeah, Rad's already thinking up something over there. I like it. I want to move right on over into another song of WYATT's. And WYATT, tell me about another song you've got in here.
Well, man, I could pick so many of them, but of course I only sent a few of them. One of my favorite parts of Hank Williams, besides, just the name of Hank Williams, here's a little history for you with Hank Williams. Hank Williams had come into the studio around 1950, 1951 with his, his status is way up here and everybody else is down here. He came up to Fred Rose, who was his producer at the time. He said, Fred, I've got a couple songs right here. He strummed a few of them. Fred said to Hank, he said, Hank, buddy, these songs are way too sad. He said, well, I want to record them anyway. So then this pseudonym name or alias name, whichever way you want to say it, Luke the Drifter. And there's about 14 of them in total. And one of them is one of my personal favorites. Be careful of stones that you throw.
Be careful of stones that you throw. All right. Be careful of stones that you throw. Here we go with WYATT ALEMAN again. ALEMAN. I see that banner running across down there. It's ALEMAN, everything for WYATT ALEMAN. When you go to look him up, be sure you look up the right name. It's ALEMAN. We like to take care of our artists around here and make sure we've got everything set up for you. So if you're looking for WYATT, you're going to go to WYATT ALEMAN, ALEMAN. WYATT's joining us with RAB the Front Man right now on Two Step Tribe and saying, be careful of stones that you throw by WYATT ALEMAN. Let's go.
A tongue can accuse and carry bad news. The seeds of distrust it will sow. But unless you've made no mistakes in your lives, be careful of stones that you throw. A neighbor was passing my garden one time. She stopped and I knew right away that it was gossip, not flowers she had on her mind. And this is what I heard my neighbor say: that girl down the street should be run from our midst. She drinks and she talks quite a lot. She knows not to speak to me or my child. My neighbor then smiled and I thought, a tongue can accuse and carry bad news. The seeds of distrust it will sow. But unless you've made no mistakes in your life, be careful of stones that you throw. A car speeded by and the screaming of brakes, a sound that made my blood chill. For my neighbor's one child was pulled from the path and saved by a girl lying still. The child wasn't hurt, my neighbor cried out, oh, who was that brave girl so sweet? I covered the crushed, broken body and said, the bad girl who lives down the street. A tongue can accuse and carry bad news. The seeds of distrust it will sow. But unless you've made no mistakes in your lives, be careful of stones that you throw.
Ooh, that one speaks to everything there is out there in life. Be careful of the stones that you throw. How do you cite, Rab? I got to weigh in with you on this one, Rab.
Well, I know I've seen a lot of stones in my day. I could feel the feeling you were feeling singing it, man. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Yeah, I literally could feel it too. You could literally feel each stone as it was hitting you, going, oh, another one. Rapid fire going off there. So I actually love that song and the authenticity. And it talks about the woman walking over just to share information. And it's not just information, it's stirring it up. It's the gossip. The only G in my house is God. Don't bring that stuff around here. So that's going to end up in a song. Over here on this channel, we're over with WYATT ALEMAN right now. RAB the Front Man's over here hosting for us. We got boss moves happening. We got the beat and the business. We got some business stuff going on out there. We'll be bringing you more information here soon. I'm going to turn it back over to WYATT and RAB. WYATT, I'm going to have RAB ask you something because you are on a little bit of a delay. We're going to let you speak quite a bit. Give us some information, where you're at, where you're going. We already know who inspires you. And then Rab, if you've got something, and then we'll just let WYATT go ahead and speak.
Yeah, WYATT. I saw some pictures in there. You're doing even Johnny Bush. You follow, as you said, you were following these guys around at a very young age. I see that, and I see you play fiddle. I think I even think you play some steel guitar, if I'm not mistaken, and some acoustic. And these, yeah, that's awesome. So I guess you started at a very young age. Maybe let everybody know that's watching how they can find you on platforms and what kind of social medias you're using and maybe where you're playing and let us know some of the stuff we can go check you out.
Yes, sir. Well, from some of the pictures you were showing, that band, that was my mom's idea of we stand all together. I was about 12 at the time when that was around. So actually, no, I was 11 years old, I think. And that's when I started playing the fiddle, around 10 years old. And then the guy on the very far right, Mr. Richard Helsley from New Braunfels, Texas, decided that he'd take me under his wing, and I'd learn fiddle underneath him and played with Billy Mata for, since 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 2020. For a long time. Of course, I had to take a break because my schooling was very important to me. That I would, try and finish out school. And yes, as you were mentioning before, Johnny Bush, because going way back, when my mom and dad said you were so small, Wyatt, that you could fit inside a woman's shoebox. That's how small I was. And then, but they'd take me to all these dance halls out to Anaheim, like Bernie, Texas, and then Queehee Hall out in Queehee, Texas, or Hondo, Texas, somewhere right up there. I can't remember. And then I would play sometimes at the Broken Spoke, which I'm going to tell just a little bit about the Broken Spoke in a bit. And yes, I do play steel guitar. I've been playing steel guitar since I was about 17, 18 years old. And I started playing upright bass behind me. As you can see that behind me, I was about 18, 19 years old trying to pick that thing up. And then play guitar when I was about 15 years old. So, and I'm still struggling with every instrument I have in this room here. Every single instrument. I'll never master it. I don't think I'll ever be a person that don't master an instrument. And I just trying to think. Let's see. Oh, yes. That, dang it. I just forgot what I was going to say about steel guitar, fiddle, guitar. I'm trying to play the keyboard, too. I got it for Christmas, and I still struggle. And gigs.
You think you're picking up all these instruments?
Tomorrow I'll be. Yeah. I'll be leaving tomorrow for Fort Worth for the that they hold I think it's second week of November, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and they have it this Sunday. Or next Sunday, sorry. So November 6th to the 9th. I'll be there Thursday, kicking the whole celebration off. And then Saturday, I will be playing with a band out from Kentucky called the Honky-Tonk Wranglers. They had asked me and said, hey, since we're in Texas that weekend and you're playing before us at Thursday, would you like to join us? Those two gigs. I said, I'd be wonderfully honored that you would invite me on stage with y'all, because they blew up TikTok and they blew up Instagram, Facebook. They're blowing it all up around 20,000, 30,000, almost even 100,000 views, almost 200,000 views that they were getting. And so, and then after this, I've got a long month of break, and then I'll be going to Louisiana the week before Christmas, going to Tucson, Louisiana, and I think Lafayette, and then Beaumont, Texas, and then be home for Christmas. So that'll be fun. I'll be on TV at the K-Bon Swamp and Roll radio station they have at the Black Gold Casino there in Dustin, Louisiana on Wednesday, and then Friday play in Lafayette or Baton Rouge, and then Saturday, or I think it's Saturday, I'll be playing in Beaumont, and then, like I said, be home for Christmas. So that's some of the only gigs I have so far. It's trying to start a band. It's a little bit hard, but hey, once you're already known, you'll get bookings.
Yeah, they'll
get a lot
off.
more bookings than now.
Yeah, I like that. So we've got WYATT ALEMAN here, and you can find him at WYATT ALEMAN Music. If you're over on Instagram where you like to check out your music, you can definitely find him there and catch out everything that he's doing and where he's going. Rab, did you hear the location? It's Dallas, Fort Worth, November 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, that weekend, that he's going to be taking off that next weekend, right before Veterans Day. So November 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, that weekend. Where is the Stockyards? Where is it that he mentioned that he'll be playing? Did you catch it?
I didn't hear it either. No. It was kind of cutting out a little bit, but.
Can you hear us, Wyatt?
Yes, ma'am, I can. And I didn't say the location. I'm sorry. It wasn't no internet thing. I mean, that's what happens when you're a very hardcore country boy. You're out 20 miles away from town and you ain't got the best cell service
All right.
or Wi-Fi. It's at the Historical National Hall that they're in Fort Worth, Texas. It's a little bit away from the stockyards, but it's still in Fort Worth city limits.
All right.
Got it.
Isn't that the TCMA weekend too?
It is.
I think so. Okay. Yes.
Very cool.
You got a lot going on up there.
Good luck and safe travels, and I hope you rock it out of the park, man.
Most definitely.
Yes, sir.
We're loving it. We've got a couple more in here for WYATT, and I'm looking here, and we are in traditional country right now, like in swing, and we've got WYATT ALEMAN on the show right now live with RAB the Front Man over here hosting like the boss he is. We got a lot of boss moves coming your way too, so a lot of shout outs, so many that you need to stay tuned to the show to hear what's going on, what's coming back, what happened in Nashville, and what moves that we've made as well. So we're happy to announce that we've made multiple things, multiple decisions, and we got some bosses coming your way. And nothing better than the beat of the business that is helping everyone else along the way. And so when we get you that business move and who's quite involved in the industry, it's going to help a lot of independent artists, a lot of indie artists that are out there. And there's the scrambling of Spotify. Do we love it, the digital era of music? Yes, we do. Does it need to be better for the artist? Yes. A lot of people that are not in music don't understand how that works for the musician. And for a musician, you make pennies. I mean, pennies. It's sad, Rab, isn't it?
I think I say it every night at the show when I play some of my songs. I say, hey, if you go get this on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, I might make 10 cents.
Yeah, yeah, and you're being generous.
But I'm not playing it again, so go get it.
Yeah, 10 cents, literally. You're being generous with that even. So the digital era of music, and that's why we have our show. It's a platform to elevate up the music, the musician, and then the business of what is going on and trying to make a difference and change that. So we're on a mission within the music industry and our communities, taking care of the people. So we're glad to have you on here at Two Step Tribe. We're live. The number 2, don't spell it. That's always a 2. Two Step. If you try to spell that, you're on the wrong show. Two Step Tribe. Go check it out on YouTube. Rab, you mentioned you were just at a show. Tell me what's going on.
Well, I've been at a few since I've seen you last. We've done some pretty big stuff. But like I said, I do a lot of stuff for the veterans in Bastrop, Texas. And lately we've been doing a lot of stuff for them. I did do a hotel recently. I feel like I've done some other things, but all my days run together. But well, I'm really interested in kind of getting together with some artists like WYATT would be great, and starting doing some maybe some crossover shows.
Yeah,
so I'm going to talk to these guys on back channels and see if they want to start doing some stuff together. But yes, definitely got some connections with the VFWs and American Legions, and want to start doing some stuff for the soldiers, the troops, first responders, all that kinds of stuff. So
yes,
definitely want to do that. I guess we lost WYATT for a minute. Please, if y'all can go check him out, check out my my Instagram, my Facebook. We shared them as much as we could. I tagged Tracy, tagged the tribe. So if y'all want to come watch live, comment. If you want to check him out, please look him up, especially if we can't get him back. Please go give him a like and support his music.
Yeah, most definitely. We're glad to have you. Rab can carry a show, y'all, live, you name it, whichever way you need it. So we're lucky to have him over here. Doing the same thing out there in the community, doing a lot of work. December 2nd is our Christmas show, by the way. Two Step Tribe, we did book Gunny Claus. And you heard that right when I said Gunny Claus. It's true. There is a Gunny Claus. We were able to book him. That's a big deal. In that world, everybody wants to book Gunny Claus anytime between November and the end of December. So December 2nd, we've got veterans, first responders. We've got Rab hosting the show. we've got Old Man is coming back. And I don't know if y'all remember that person, but I was like, holy hell.
Yeah,
I'm not even hell, just hell. He's coming back just to hang and have some fun and talk about Leonard Skinner again. And but then we're going to do a full episode with him. So we've got a lot going on, man. We've got some things happening out in California, some stuff happening out of Houston. We're a little bit in each area. When you mentioned crossovers, literally, that is what we're doing. That's one of our big boss moves. We are literally now Shark Tank meets MTV Unplugged when it comes to the show. So we are bringing in the people that are making these decisions, and then we are bringing in the artists. And then so a lot's going to move as far as the show. And the way that it is going to happen is crossover, Rab. So we've got a few in the hip hop industry. We've got a few in the blues industry. Not a few. We've got a lot, actually.
Quite a few in blues. Yeah.
Traditional country. I think Wyatt might be the most traditional country in swing that I've heard for his age. Let's make that a point. For his age, since I've been back in music myself. Would you agree? I'm going to ask his age. I mean, for everybody else out there. But I'm like, he kept talking about when he was little. And then I'm looking at him and I'm going, man, I think he's got to be like 20-ish, like early 20s or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably so Wyatt 21, I would assume.
Yes.
Got a long road ahead of him. I wish him well. I hope he gets back with us. I hope he can get back in here. But yes, I mean, I told him earlier, I was able to go see, do a couple shows with Jay Cooker and Tony Booth, and I never got to see Johnny Bush, but I had the opportunity to book him in a venue locally here to us, and he ended up not being able to do it because, of course, he passed. But man, I'm telling you that genre, there's not enough people in there. And for him to come up like this and do what he's doing, he needs I hope he knows he has Tribe with him, because he needs that. Needs to go.
Yeah, most definitely. We got him back. It's Two-Step Tribe, and that is WYATT ALEMAN, and he is 21. I was able to get that. Thank you, hun.
Well, that's where he had to go get a beer or something. He's 21. Yeah. He had to drink. He had to go
He heard you. We got him back. He's back just in time.
Hopefully it's a lot better now, because I should have started with my phone instead of my tablet, because my tablet don't take the Willow to internet.
There you go. It is actually a little bit better. And hey, Wyatt, you can also, after this episode airs, it'll be you can even share it afterwards too. So if you maybe miss some spots, you're trying to mess with your phone, you share it with your with your following too.
Literally, you take it and share it out there, everybody. Just doing that, we can get 10 cents.
Let's hear another song. Let's hear another Wyatt song.
Let's hear another one. I mean, one that keeps staring at me is "You're Cheating."
Uh-oh.
I see it.
That might be the last the encore.
What do you think, Wyatt? Where are we going to steer this ship right here? We're on the show Two-Step Tribe, y'all. Go to YouTube, engage with us, give us questions, or poke fun, whatever you like to do to get in those messages and connect with us. We're live right now. Wyatt, lead us over into a song, but give us a little bit of a story for it.
Well, "You Cheating Heart," I'd say it's probably one of the most recognizable Hank Williams songs there ever is. Besides "I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry." So, and I like telling the story of this song. And somewhere during October 1952, somewhere around there, when Hank Williams was expelled from the Opry, Grand Ole Opry to be exact, and they had labeled it as habitual drunkenness and, missing appearances. So, and then there was some rumors like, well, he didn't actually want to show up. He was off in Louisiana just being with Billie Jean Horton, who went on to be Johnny Horton's wife after Hank Williams had passed away. And there was a story that he was saying, he was talking about Audrey Williams, his first wife, and said that my wife, and he was, venting, how we say it nowadays, venting or ranting or whatever. And then he was driving because they were both in the car, and then he stopped. He said, "Wait a minute, Billy, honey, write that down," and then started writing the lyrics down for "Your Cheating Heart." And he finally went in the studio September 23rd, 1952. This song was there. And what was funny enough, what you hear on the original recording of Hank Williams, that was the one take that they did. Nobody made a bad enough mistake that they had to start over the record, throw it away, and make a new cut and cut with the new. Because back then, before Elvis, the tape was invented already, just a little bit before Elvis came around, but it was a little bit more cost effective with acetate tape discs. Either they were made with glass or aluminum. But anyways. And even Don Helms, who's the steel guitar player that played on the record, and said to Hank, he said, "Hank, I think I messed up a little bit. Something about, my guitar started buzzing on my solo." He said, "Nah, you good, hoss. Ain't nobody gonna notice that. So let's play it, shall we?"
I love that. I love that. All right, we're gonna play it. It is Your Cheating Heart, and you've got to know this one. Here it is, WYATT ALEMAN, Your Cheating Heart.
Your cheating heart will make you weak. You'll cry and cry and try to sleep, but sleep won't come the whole night through. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like pouring rain. You'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you. Your cheating heart will pine someday and crave the love you threw away. The time will come when you'll be blue. Your cheating heart will tell on you when tears come down like falling rain. You'll toss around and call my name. You'll walk the floor the way I do. Your cheating heart will tell on you.
Ooh, Your Cheating Heart. You can't help but do this. Literally, there I was. Y'all just have to come see it over on YouTube. You're literally like, see? Yeah, your cheating heart's going to tell on you. I love the story that you gave before that, WYATT, and the amount of history and knowledge that you have is incredible. And I hear that Johnny Bush actually asked you for your autograph. At what age were you when he did this?
Oh my goodness, I was about the time I first started playing with Billy Mata, so probably in 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. It was that picture that was popping up earlier, that was taken in Navasota, Texas at the Western Club. It's still there, but it's not called the Western Club anymore. It's just called the Western Steakhouse.
Is it this one?
Yes, that is it.
There you go. Do you recognize that, Rab?
That's awesome. Wow.
Yeah. And I wonder if all of our people out there, do they know who it is? Are they following us on who we're talking about? So obviously we're talking about Wyatt. Wyatt's in this picture. He's a little kid. He's a lot younger. Tell them who's in the picture.
That would be the legendary Texas legend himself, Johnny Bush, who actually played drums with Ray Price in the early days, and I think he played a few gigs with Hank Thompson too.
You got it. That is that's a priceless picture right there for you to have too, with Johnny Bush right there going on asking Wyatt for his autograph. Literally, there's Katie Beth Mim, y'all. Y'all go check out her as well. She's part of Two Step Tribe, Katie Beth Mim and Coyote Rose Band. Nice to see you. Check out WYATT ALEMAN here right now. Wyatt, I'm going to go over and do another song, but what I'm going to do is let you, like you did before, go ahead and give us some information. So as we go towards another song, with the amount of history that you have, I'm going to let you get into a conversation with Rab when you pick a song.
All right. Why don't we pick Moanin' the Blues? Because I think I got a little history I remember from the song Moanin' the Blues.
What do you have on that one? Let's go into it.
So this was on the, I think this was definitely recorded in 1950, and how it was done back then, usually you had so many recording sessions through the whole year, and you're expected to have at least 3 or 4 songs, or just have songs that'll last maybe 3 or 4 hours throughout the day. And this song, Moanin' the Blues, was one of the only songs that had drums on it for Hank Williams, because back then when he was working for the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville, Tennessee, it was a sin, how they used to say it back then, it was a sin to have drums on the Grand Ole Opry. So it was just experimental a little bit, so with the drums. And the only other song that had drums with Hank Williams was Kalijah. That was the only one I remember. And and this would be his 4th #1 hit. And nice. It's just a fun song to perform, and got it recorded.
I like that. You know what? In here in our studio and in the station, we do not have that one from you, but your sound is good right now. You could actually play now. So This would be the point in the show where I would grab that instrument and go to town on what you want to do. So alert, we're going live. We're going live right now.
All right.
Come on, Wyatt.
Let me try it. When my baby moved out in the blues mood, then there wasn't nothing I could do but mosey around with my head in my hands. Lord, what am I coming to? I just keep moaning the blues. I wrote a nice long letter saying, Mama, please come home. Your daddy's lonesome, and all I do is moan. I've been loving that gal for so doggone long, I can't afford to lose her now. I thought it was right, but I must have been wrong, 'cause my head is starting to bow, and now I'm moaning the blues. If you want a good gal to stay around, you gotta treat her nice and kind. If you do her wrong, she'll leave this town, and you'll almost lose your mind, and you'll be moaning the blues. Oh, baby, 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 honey, baby, please come home. Your daddy is lonesome, and all I do is moan. I've been loving that girl for so doggone long, I can't afford to lose her now. I'm sitting here waiting for you right now to walk through that front door, and I'll stop moaning on in the blues.
Yeah. Wow.
There we go. Now you know we got that sound back in here. That was really good, Wyatt. That sounded great.
Thank
so I'm
you.
glad that earlier we got to do you justice. So I'm going to be brutally honest on this show, and I refuse to let an artist. I was not going to let your sound be cutting in and out. You're too good. So they have to hear what I was able to hear live when I was like, whoa, wait a minute. We got an old soul here that just stepped up onto the stage and turned around to look. And ironically, I bumped into Wyatt just standing around waiting. We were at a location for music, and we were just standing around waiting, having a conversation. I didn't even realize he was only 21, actually. Just was able to hold a conversation. So Wyatt, your knowledge is unbelievable. And I wanted to see where you want to take us here and what Rab might want to say, because we've got your sound really good right now. And that means you playing is a great thing.
I like it. I think I even heard some yodeling up in there. Would I hear some yodeling?
I'm not the greatest at it. Even Ernest Tubbs said that Hank Williams was not a yodeler, but how he made it famous, he said he'll never understand it till the day he dies.
Yeah.
So, and of course, there's, traditional yodeling I consider with Western music out by California with the Cowboys and stuff, and, Switzerland yodeling. I call it old world yodeling, the real way to yodel. Then it was kind of, how do I say it? Simplified. That's the word I was looking for. Simplified yodeling by the late and great father, the true father of country music, Jimmy Rogers, who somehow made it so famous that I believe he got way more famous than the Carter family, and everybody knows the Carter family, obviously. So we hope so, yes. So then this song right here, I'm gonna try and sing it. Hopefully I don't burn my tonsils out of my throat. As Hank used to say, hopefully my tonsils don't start flying out of my mouth and I have to walk off the stage, because I have to sing this song so many times for you folks. This song was recorded by a fellow person from around 1935, 1936 named Emmett Miller, who went on to actually inspire Hank Williams and Bob Wills, which I think is pretty interesting. And anyways, this song was also recorded by, I think the man's name was Rex Griffin. I could be wrong. Hopefully I said his name right. It was around 1939, 1940, 1941, something like that. And there's this debate of this song like, oh, well, Hank sung it like Emmett Miller. No, he sung it like Rex Griffin. I don't know. But Fred Rose gave, Hank an opening at the Louisiana Hayride right there in Shreveport, Louisiana.
Oh, yeah.
And the song that he tried out on them folks, I don't know how, but he made the crowd roar. So he decided to go record it. I think it was December, just a few days before Christmas. He got in the recording studio and started playing the song. He had already cut There'll Be No Teardrops Tonight already on the acetate tape. And I think this was the last song. He started strumming it. Everybody in the room was so discouraged and told Hank that was the stupidest GD song they've ever heard in their life. Could you imagine that? Saying that to him? Oh, man. And when he heard them say that, he got real defensive and said, well, y'all don't understand it, because I believe that this one's going to be a monster hit for me. So Fred Rose and Hank Williams started arguing over the song. He's like, okay, Hank, you go ahead and record it. I don't want no part of it. I'm going to go get me a cup of coffee. And sure enough, when Fred Rose came back, Hank Williams had already recorded the song. I think they took 2 or 3 rehearsals of it. And sure enough, 1949, the song will be forever known. Probably one of the most the song that launched Hank Williams into stardom and to the Grand Ole Opry stage of June 11th, 1949. And it goes something like this. I've got a feeling called the blues. So Lord, since my baby said goodbye. Lord, I don't know what I do. All I do is sit and sigh. Oh, Lord, the last long day she said goodbye. Well, Lord, I thought I would cry. Should do me, should do you. She got the kind of love in. Oh, I love to hear her when she calls me sweet daddy. Such a beautiful dream. I hate to think it all over. I lost my heart, it seems. I've grown so used to you somehow. Well, I'm nobody's sugar daddy now, and I'm lonesome. I got the lovesick blues. Well, I'm in love with a beautiful gal. That's what's the matter with me. Well, I'm in love with a beautiful gal, but she don't care about me. But I tried and I tried to keep her satisfied, but she just wouldn't stay. So now that she is leaving, this is all I can say. I've got a feeling called the blues so hard since my baby said goodbye. Lord, I don't know what I do. All I do is sit and sigh. Oh, Lord, the last long day she said goodbye. Well, Lord, I thought I would cry. Should do me, should do you. She got the kind of loving. Lord, I love to hear her when she calls me sweet daddy. Such a beautiful dream. I hate to think it all over. I lost my heart, it seems. I've grown so used to you somehow. Lord, I'm nobody's sugar daddy now, and I'm lonesome. I got the lovesick blues. Something like that.
I'm not even going to use the clap that comes with the whole software system. I'm blown away. Why, Brad? Like, wow. That's WYATT ALEMAN. I had to go over to the other channel to tell everybody, yes, he's really playing that live. 9:09 p.m. Central Standard Time. You just heard WYATT. WYATT would just explain to you the origin of the song. And the song itself, just sang it. Are your tonsils burning?
Just a little bit. I made the joke with, I was playing a Hank Williams show in September. I did feel like I've lost my voice just a little bit. And it's, you know how sometimes when you feel like you lose your voice, either it drops just a little bit or it higher just a bit. Well, it went high. Made me sound a little bit like a girl. Everybody in the audience and stage started laughing. I was and I even did the gestures like Long Gone Lonesome Blues. That's like, well, hopefully I don't burn my tonsils like I did the last song. Everybody had a laugh with that.
I love it. Yeah, I bet they did. I was sitting there going, oh my goodness. I love it. You got another one in you?
Well, I think so. This song right here, I'm probably not the. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and, be sure, well, shout out for everybody to watch Two Step Tribe.
Yes, man. And of course, I didn't say social media earlier when Rab was talking about it. You can follow me on Instagram, WYATT ALEMAN Music, TikTok, WYATT ALEMAN Music, and Facebook as me, WYATT ALEMAN, or my mother's page, which she does a lot of my posting to, Cindy Aleman. That's SCINDY Aleman, ALEMAN, Cindy Aleman, and WYATT ALEMAN.
Your biggest fan right there, I bet, huh?
Oh man, I couldn't tell you how much of a fan my mama is of me. So this song right here was a old 1920s blues song, and Hank Williams begged T. Tot Payne, who is buried out in Montgomery, Alabama, just the same as Hank Williams, but he's buried in a different cemetery. He begged T-Top to show him the song. He's like, okay, I'll show you the song. And it actually was a big hit for Hank Williams. I think it was in the top 10 or top 5, something like that. And it was the flip side of I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry, which it goes something like this. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. I can't buy no beer. Well, I'm standing on the corner with the bucket in my hand. I'm waiting for a woman that ain't got no man. Lord, my book has got a hole in it. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. Lord, my book has got a hole in it. I can't buy no beer. Well, I went up on the mountain. I looked down at the sea. I've seen the crabs and the fishes doing the beep-bop beat. Caught my book has got a hole in it. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. I can't buy no beer. Well, there ain't no use of me working so hard when I got a woman in the boss man's yard. Cause my book has got a hole in it. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. I can't buy no beer. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. Yeah, my book has got a hole in it. Lord, my book has got a hole in it. I can't buy no beer. There you go. My book has got a hole in it.
On multiple channels over here with WYATT ALEMAN and unbelievable live jamming out over here with RAB the Front Man hosting as well. Hey, I see you there, Eric, right there. As he says, as Dr. Nick says, hi everybody. Hey, how's it going there, Eric? You just turned into Two-Step Tribe with RAB the Front Man and WYATT, who just blew out another song right there with the information to it. And again, just the old soul. The very first thing that comes to me nonstop is you are an old soul in music, number one, and the amount of knowledge that you have is extensive. So just getting you in on that part is amazing. Are you actually playing with a band? I have your one sheet here. It's not complete. It's something I put together for you here. It's WYATT ALEMAN and the Texas Range Cowboys. And just a little bit about you, your style and influence, obviously classic country and swing. Obviously, Hank, there's no question about that.
No, ma'am, there isn't.
No question about that. I'm curious here. You've got and the Texas Range Cowboys, they pop up immediately when any research is done on you in music. Is that someone you're playing with right now?
Yes, ma'am. That is actually my band that we play. Well, it's a little bit slow this year, but hopefully next year we'll be taking off a little bit more, playing across Texas and maybe a little bit more in Louisiana. If I get one shot at this in Louisiana, and if they like me, I'll go back to Louisiana.
You know what? You mentioned something. The Louisiana Hayride. I got something coming to y'all. You're gonna appreciate this. Do y'all know Johnny Horton?
Obviously.
Good. Okay. So you know Johnny Horton. Do y'all remember Tommy Tomlinson, the guitar player and band member who also wrote songs too with Johnny Horton? There was a crash. Johnny Horton was in the crash. Tommy Tomlinson, his guitar player, and he wrote a lot of the songs. the whole band was in there. They actually had another very, very, very famous person in there who kept getting kicked out. You could not be a part of Louisiana Hayride and the Grand Ole Opry at the same time. We're going back a ways here, y'all. Stand with me here. Louisiana Hayride. So Horton had a car crash. They had just finished filming, and he just got inducted into the Hall of Fame very recently. His children and Tommy Tomlinson's son, because he lost his leg in that crash. Horton was killed in that crash. There's someone else very famous in that car too. Tommy Tomlinson's son was just here at my house and explaining to me about they inducted Horton there into the Hall of Fame. And if you could see, and it's coming, I'm bringing it to the stage. You're going to see original pictures. You're going to have original songs that are being handed to me. And it is unbelievable. I had no clue that this Tommy Tomlinson's dad was the Tommy Tomlinson. I've known him over 20 years, just reconnected. So a lot of Johnny Horton, a lot of Tommy Tomlinson, and the Louisiana Hayride. What you just talked about, I just sat with the one person that's left who has everything, all the information on that. And I can't wait to bring it to you. Y'all are going to be blown away like I was. I got Johnny Cash. I've got so many pieces to bring to you that I'm so excited. Wyatt, when you said Louisiana Hayride, I was like, oh my goodness, nobody else is going to say that on this show. This will be the one shot that I'm like, wait, let me explain to you something's coming. So, Rab, are you familiar with that, the Louisiana Hayride?
No, I'm not.
Oh, no. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Wyatt.
We're about to school somebody. No.
Go for it, Wyatt. Go for it, because I have a personal connection to it. So I'd rather hear your interpretation.
Well,
did you know that it's a true story? You could not be part of the Grand Ole Opry and Louisiana Hayride at the same time. So they get kicked out of one and then go join the other one. They get kicked out of that one, go join the back. It was back and forth for a long time,
Yep.
you know, if you're drinking too much.
Yep, and that was the thing with Hank Williams. When they kicked him, when he left Louisiana Hayride, he was not playing with them anymore. He went on to the Grand Ole Opry, and when the Grand Ole Opry fired him, he went back to Shreveport to play on the Louisiana Hayride for the last months of his life.
Yes.
Wow.
And that he was going to try and leave the Louisiana Hayride again because the Grand Ole Opry said, okay, Hank, we'll try and get you a second chance at this. And that didn't happen because everybody knows the story that if he was to make the show at Canton, Ohio, and wow the audience and the board of the Grand Ole Opry, he would be welcomed back to the Grand Ole Opry. And that didn't happen because he died in Oak Hill, West Virginia in 1953 of January 1st.
Most certainly. And so what Wyatt just explained is that the Louisiana Hayride was, if you're part of Grand Ole Opry, you're not part of us. So it was like a back and forth. And so do you know a little bit about the Louisiana Hayride, Wyatt? Knowledge?
Well, just a little bit that it did start the year Hank Williams was going to the the Shreveport, Louisiana Hayride. That was in 1948. They just became a radio station. They were going to try and see if it did well. And then sure enough, when Hank Williams was on there, just about everybody you know of, George Jones, Webb Pierce made a huge impact. If Hank Williams didn't make a big impact on Louisiana Hayride, it was Webb Pierce, because he was a native son of Louisiana from West Monroe, Louisiana.
Yeah.
And then
I love it.
And then of course the boy from Tulupo, Mississippi. I hope I said the name right and I got the location right. Some 18-year-old, 19-year-old kid went on and made girls start screaming and try to grab his jacket and pull on it, and that was Elvis Presley.
Oh, shaking the knees, moving the legs.
Yeah. And when Grand Ole Opry went on to be a TV station, a TV show, now Louisiana Hayride stuck to their, old-fashioned roots and tried to stay a radio station. When, of course, that didn't help. That their popularity started going down, and Grand Ole Opry just stayed on top of Louisiana Hayride. And over the years, I think late 50s, early 60s, they decided to call it quits on Louisiana Hayride and say, hey, we ain't getting no ratings, so we're just going to call it quits. Hang our hats up and just leave.
Yeah. Yes, so it is a total coincidence that this just happened to me with the Louisiana Hayride. So I'll be bringing more to you. Wyatt, I'm going to have to get in touch with you because the information that's about to be handed over to me, this individual, Rab, we're going to bring him in. He's going to be one of the boss information of getting people on here that you will never, ever hear that story again. And Tommy Tomlinson, if y'all look him up, he's a guitar player there for Horton. And he was in that same crash that took Horton. And they played with Johnny Cash. I mean, there's so much I can't wait to share with everybody, the songs, the pictures, and we're going to actually bring them on the show. So original of Louisiana Hayride, same thing happened with Horton, you know, back and forth. But you did bring up something, Rab, you brought it up. The reason that we are not just a radio show is also the Louisiana Hayride. So the reason that we're a broadcast, a podcast, and a station show is because we can do a lot more out there. We can feature a lot. We can give you information, and we have a lot coming due to that, actually. So the Louisiana Hayride story fits right along with Two Step Tribe, where we're making some moves right now. And so the beat of the business means the business person that's coming in to school us on how to get it done or how they used to get it done. I cannot wait to bring that to you and give you more information. The fact that Wyatt, who's 21, just schooled us all on the Louisiana Hayride.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
I knew because of Johnny Horton and the connection to Johnny Cash that I don't typically put out there, but I'm about to put it out, and I'm about to share some original photos that are not out there and some original music. So when he contacted me, I was like, come on. You know, I did not get to meet a lot of my family members. So let's just leave it at that and tell you that I got something coming. I'm super excited. You can tell as soon as he said Louisiana Hayride, I was like, holy cow, I just worked on something that's about to come up. And Wyatt, you're going to trip. Rab, you're going to also. We got to talk on some back channels. I've got more music in here that I'd like to play. Let's look in here and see what we have in here with you. We've got You Win Again.
Ooh, one of my personal favorites. Well, a lot of Hank Williams. A lot. I'd say just about every Hank Williams song would be my personal favorite. That's one thing I love about Hank Williams. He wrote every song, and there was not a song that I did not particularly care for, whether it was just him and his guitar or recorded with the band.
We have our good friend here, Catherine Mims. She's out there singing and on the road. She says, Wyatt, you sound nostalgic. Keep up the good work. She's right. Nostalgic at 21.
Thank you.
Just amazing. Rab, weigh in here. I mean, it's a lot to take in.
You know, I feel like I got a lesson in swing. I'm getting some schooling on this because this is not my typical genre. I mean, we've played with some gentlemen, we've had some shows with them, but man, it's just awesome. You know what really intrigues me is the fact that you have a story with the songs you play. It's not just a hobby for you. It's not just something you're going to get up there, play, and go home. You really actually apply yourself, and that's how I see the drive. And I think that's what makes me like you as an artist. It takes a lot to impress me personally because I can see through so much of the stuff. Like they're just playing to play or whatever. But what really intrigues me is the fact that you have a story to tell and you have passion. And it's just, I mean, that's really awesome, man. You need to keep going.
Thank you. I mean, I love it, but another thing too, I gotta eat, man.
I hear you. Well, I know. And hey, you can do it well.
Thank you. Won't be long. I'll probably have a big old feast.
You stay real and you're real good at it.
I love it.
Thank you so much.
Shout out again to Katie Beth, ma'am. Y'all can check her out. She's part of Two Step Tribe. She's always checking in, always. So really grateful and thankful for those that do. They always check in. They're out there on the road too, but they're always faithful and loyal. Even if they can't see all of it, they want you to know that your voice, Wyatt, they're using the word nostalgic. And I'm like, yep. And he's 21. As we're rolling right along, Rab, I want you to take the lead here. see what you'd like to do. I've got more songs in here, but I want to hear from you, Rab, what you'd like to do.
What do you mean? What do I want to do?
You want to hear more from Wyatt, and then we'll go into a song or ask questions?
Absolutely. I mean, how many more do we have from Wyatt?
How many more do we have from Wyatt? We have two or three in here. Have we done Let's Turn Back and Men with Broken and As We Wait? And I'm only giving you part of it because it's when Wyatt's going to tell you the information.
What you think, Wyatt?
Well, we were just mentioning it earlier. He went again. Well, probably one of the very, very pretty songs of Hank Williams. And there's two little stories with that. Don Helms, this is the first one I'd like to say. The second one I like to save as the last one, like I would say almost the actual story of the song, how it became a thing. Don Helms, who was a steel guitar player, his steel guitar is funnily now in the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, Tennessee. That was the guitar that played on Your Cheating Heart, Cold Cold Heart, Jambalaya, Walking After Midnight with Patsy Cline, and Let's Turn Back the Years and Men with Broken Hearts. He said this song, there was the only one, hopefully there's musicians that are listening, that guitar players, they play with a volume pedal, most of them nowadays, that he said this was the only time I ever used a volume pedal. He said most of the other sessions, or all the other sessions except this one song, He Went Again, I had usually the time I plug in from the guitar all the way to the amplifier. And then the amplifiers they were really big. They looked like they were a little TV. And that's what they called them, TV amplifiers back then. But he said that was the only song I used a volume pedal on. And I think I used the volume pedal on this song of my rendition of a recover of the song. Now, the second part, I like to say the story of how it became a thing. If some people don't know, there's a lot of the history of Hank Williams and Audrey Williams. Audrey Mae Shepherd was her maiden name. She had filed divorce on him in 1948 for the first time. They took it to court, and he lost the case, and she won it. So, but then she decided to come back to him. I mean, what does that tell you? I don't know. he was making it big. So, and then in 1952, from, I would say, personal problems at home and stuff. So she filed for divorce again. They took it to court, and he lost the case, and she won the case again. So I guess that inspired him to write the song "I Lose Again," but it didn't sound like it rang a bell so much. So he changed the name of the song to "You Win Again."
You win again. There it is. Wyatt's giving us the whole story, Rab.
Man, you keep them stories up. I'm telling you.
I got it right. So now we're going to go with the song. It is "You Win Again." And now you know about the song. Here it is. You win again.
The news is out all over town that you've been seen running round. I know that I should leave, but then I just can't go. You win again. This heart of mine could never see whatever part in you but me. Just trust in you was my great sin. What can I do? You win again. I'm sorry for your victim now, 'cause soon his head heart, but all in vain. And someday say you win again. You have no heart, you have no shame. You take true love and give the blame. I guess that I should not complain. I love you still. You win again.
Oh man, there
Gotta
you
love
go.
it. Gotta love it. So Wyatt, we have to make sure everyone understands that you played all the instruments in all those recordings that I'm playing.
And why your HR department's getting on to us.
Most definitely. Your HR department is like, wait, did y'all know that literally you played all the instruments in those recordings that we are playing? So you did
Yes,
that.
ma'am.
What studio did you work out of?
This room here.
All right. Well, hey,
Wow.
that's my style, actually.
Oh,
there
Rad's
you go.
pretty good too at throwing things together like that and being able to put it together. So I love that. I love that you're independent in that way. I love that you can go fit in with the band, and that you now. I can't pick up any instrument. You've definitely got the you got all the cards there to play with, so that's good. But we got a big laugh for you there from Cynthia right there. She's like, "Yep, HR
My
department's
mama.
in."
Hello, mama.
Yeah.
You always say hi to
Yes, right
mama.
there.
I like
Yes.
that, Rab. You start saying your HR department, Wyatt. So you got it from Rab. Got it from Rab. All right, moving right along.
Unless
Rab,
you get in trouble. If you get in trouble, don't use me for that.
Oh my goodness. I have more in here as we keep moving right along here with Wyatt. Wyatt, what am I doing here with Men with Broken?
Men with Broken Hearts. Another very, I would say, kind of a morbid song for Hank Williams. That's why I was mentioning earlier with Luke the Drifter. This is one of those other Luke the Drifter songs. It was cut the same day as Cold Cold Heart, which there's a story, I would say, to both of them. And even some doctor of a doctor, his name is Dr. Paul Nail from Arkansas. I keep forgetting the city name, but he was telling me the story of this song. He's interviewed pretty much everybody who's, well, it was almost everybody who was affiliated or knew Hank Williams personally, since he's been trying to get interviews of these people since 1980 something, and he's got 2 or 3 books out. And they're really good books. But anyway, he was telling me the story of this song. He said, "Why? Do you remember the story of how Hank Williams wrote the song Cold Cold Heart?" I said, "Yes, sir." Audrey Mae Williams was put in the hospital. She wasn't feeling too well. And I can't say it on camera. You have to go look at it on biographies. That she was, like I said, she wasn't feeling well. So he heard that she's been put in the hospital, so he went to go visit her, and a lot of people who would be there, who would be, one of them would even say the story was that Pappy Neil McCormick was there. If you don't know who Pappy Neil McCormick was, he was an early influencer in Hank Williams' life when he was living in Florida, kind of that area by Destin, Florida, Pensacola, Florida, that little area out there. But anyways, most people that would remember it, they would recall that Hank and Audrey fought worse than dogs and cats. That's how bad it was. Sometimes they would even hear it from, I even mentioned this, I said, from all the way at the Casey Hall in LaGrange, I said, from where I'm standing on the stage to about the entrance y'all come through, that's how loud they were arguing. So, and he had given her gifts too at the start of the visit, and when he was walking out, she had threw the gifts back at him. And he didn't bet an eye. He just kept walking out, and he made a comment. He said, "That woman in that room in the hospital has got the coldest heart." So he inspired him to write the song "Cold, Cold Heart" and the song "Men with Broken Hearts," which you will hear right now.
You are going to hear that. So Hank Williams in detail tonight. That is what I say. We've got more than you'll get on the biography channel. So Men with Broken Hearts. I like this. Seriously, I mean, like the information you're giving is in detail. You have a lot of information that goes right with the song, right, Rab? I'm just like, whoa.
He's just shaking his head over there. He's like, man, I can't believe this.
I can't even write all this. I can't even write all this down.
We're going to roll right into the song right here, Men with Broken Hearts. And the reason I didn't say the last part is I knew Wyatt could tell a lot more about it. So Men with Broken Hearts, here it is. We're with Wyatt tonight, and you've got Hank Williams on the 411. Like, we've got it all on this show. Check it out, Men with Broken Hearts.
You'll meet many just like me upon life's busy street, with shoulders stooped and heads bowed low and eyes that stare in defeat. Poor souls that live within the past, where sorrow plays all parts. For a living death is all that's left for men with broken hearts. You have no right to be the judge, to criticize and condemn. Just think, but for the grace of God, it would be you instead of him. One careless step or thoughtless deed, and then the misery starts. And to those who weep, death comes cheap. These men with broken hearts. Oh, so humbled you should be when they come passing by. For it's written that the greatest men never get too big to cry. Some lose faith in love and life when sorrow shoots her darts. And with hope all gone, they walk alone. These men with broken hearts. You never walked in that man's shoes or saw things through his eyes, or stood and watched with helpless hands while the heart inside you dies. Some were paupers, some were kings, and some were masters of the arts. But in their shame, they're all the same, these men with broken hearts. Life sometimes could be so cruel that a heart will pray for death. God, why must these living dead know pain with every breath? So help your brother along the road, no matter where he starts. For the God that made you made them too. These men with broken hearts.
Ooh, see, I'm not even going to use anything to clap there either. Men with Broken Hearts. This is Two Step Tribe live coming to you. We've got WYATT ALEMAN. This is WYATT on every instrument playing for us here, his songs in Two Step Tribe. We have given you not only the education, the bio, the details, and the songs, all recorded in one room with all the instruments, literally, and information. So we still have Let's Turn Back in here for sure. We can't forget that one. And I was going to look at RAB, and RAB, I mean, when you think about crossover and you think about playing, Rab, as you what would you say? You like to do country, like a modern country?
Well, I've done quite a few different songs that are, most of them are country. I have one that's an old honky-tonk song, that Footsteps of a Fool, that did pretty good last year.
Mm-hmm.
The one that did pretty well this year, behind me, that's an old heartbreak song, but I wouldn't call. I mean, it's nowhere near this kind of genre. And then as a crossover song, I did kind of a country rock song, that I think was one of your favorites, Tracy, that Top Shelf song. But yeah, I mean, just hearing, I mean, just seeing artists be able to tell a story through music. I mean, that's what I try to do. I try to be as genuine and real, and seeing Wyatt do it here is just, I mean, I think I just messaged out. It's an honor to meet you and know you now, because you're going to be a go-to person for me. I mean, I don't know if you saw I tagged you today. I didn't know you at all a couple of days ago, and hearing that we're going to have you on a show, and getting to being able to look you up and hear your music and watch and just go see you and then meet you and just see the gift, the power that you have. Maybe you don't, I don't know if you know you have that yet, but you have it. You have such a powerful tool, instrument, multiple instruments, HR department. You have that behind you. And I mean, I can't wait to do a show with you. That's really what it comes down to.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Was when we gather up and we're doing things, we'll definitely be in touch with Wyatt. I mean, there's in your lane right now. I can't think of anybody right now that's that old soul is what I call it. It's an old soul country. That's the traditional Hank. We're not talking about Hank Williams Jr. We're talking about Hank himself. And so Wyatt here embodies every bit of that. And Wyatt, we're wrapping up here in a second. Do you want to do another song with you, literally, there? You just say yes, or you don't have to.
Well, I got my guitar right now, so you talk me into it. No.
Y'all hear that? He said guitar. I'm not the only one. That southern.
That's what happens when you have a dad that talks Texan, and then you travel to Alabama almost every year. I've been to Alabama for the Hank Williams birthday celebration since October. It's not October. For the 101st birthday, and then I played last year, just some months ago. Sorry, excuse me, about the Hank 102 birthday. And this song I like to try every Hank Williams tribute, or even a honky-tonk show. I always love to try and close this song out. Have this song close out the shows, because Don Helms, who was, I didn't even say this before, even though he was a steel guitar player for Hank Williams, they were best friends even back in 1942 or 43, something like that, when Hank Williams was making his own band called the Drifting Cowboys. But anyways, he said that this song has closed out more country shows than I in my life. And it was a big hit for Hank Williams, but it didn't become a #1 hit. I wish it did, though. So, and a guy named from the Smoky Mountains up in Tennessee, Roy Acuff, who is disputed as the king of country music, had recorded the song, I think, earlier in 1948, and it was a big hit for him. So, it goes something like this. I wandered so aimless, life filled with sin, I wouldn't let my dear Savior in. Then Jesus came like a stranger in the night. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. Just like a blind man, I wandered along, worries and fears I claim for my own. Then like the blind man, God gave back his sight. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I was a fool to wander astray, for straight is the gate and narrow's the way. Now I have traded wrong for the right. Praise the Lord, I saw the light. I saw the light, I saw the light. No more darkness, no more night. Now I'm so happy, no sorrow inside. Praise the Lord, I saw the light.
Wow. That is amazing. Rab's over there. We've got Wyatt here singing live. And Two Step Tribe right here. Wyatt, do me a favor real quick. Shout out, tune in and watch Two Step Tribe.
Y'all, shout out Two Step Tribe. Y'all tuning in. It's so far it's really fun. It's a very cool show. So y'all support these people, you know. We all need support. Definitely these people, because they're really, how do you say it? Just they're really trying to find the right words. They're really trying their hardest to get this out for indie artists, independent artists, trying to make it, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, most definitely for those just like you, Wyatt. So, and Rab over there, we're all here because we want to be here. No one's paying us to be here. So our goal is to get the music out and to get the information out that we need to get out there to everybody, and then coordinate back together and then bring together some big, unique shows live out in the community and take care of the people. So tonight with WYATT ALEMAN, and we got RAB the Front Man over here, our host on Two Step Tribe, the number 2 with WYATT ALEMAN. We're going to wrap up tonight and say thank you for tuning in to another wonderful show of Two Step Tribe. Again, don't spell it. It's a 2. When there's a 2, it's 2 step where I'm from. So twosteptribe.com if you want to check out the website and what's going on there. You can go to Two Step Tribe, the YouTube, to check out all of the shows and find out more. Wyatt, stay tuned to us. Y'all have my number. There's a lot coming up. I do want to talk to you about this Louisiana Hayride show coming up. That will interest you quite a bit. And I look forward to doing more with you. And I cannot wait. Rab, tune in here.
Yeah, what a great way to end the show. That is an amazing song. Testimony. My dad was a pastor. I'm the son of a preacher man. I was homeschooled in a very Christian-based home, and I was taught to be about his business and he'll be about yours. Sometimes that's hard, but meeting people like you and having people in our path, and when God brings great together, that's why we're here. It's such a big world out there, but then I feel like it's such a small world with what we talked about tonight, because it's like we all kind of had the same stomping grounds, and I really am glad that I got to meet you tonight. I'm glad, Tracy. I'm glad Chief did all put this together. I'm glad that this happened. There's going to be so much more good come of this.
Well, we have Brian now, but Chief is in our comments saying hello and all that out there. You got the whole tribe coming back, Wyatt. Everyone's going to catch this. You can catch this show, Wyatt. Share it out there as it's out there. Your HR department, they will know how to do that. But wrapping back to what you said, I agree. Everything you said, it brings the right people together at the right time. There's always a reason. So in the right season, I think right now, all of us meeting on down the road, there's a real big thing that we can bring together and support one another. And so, Wyatt, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. I cannot wait to join up with you. And so stay in touch with me, and we'll be in touch with you. When you have an artist that you run into, please give my number. We usually tell each person on Tribe, you got to find 5 people that are artists now, and that's how we keep going, is you just keep sharing and saying, hey, man, get in touch. Here's the phone number. Get on the show, and let's keep supporting each other. So that is your job now, Wyatt.
Yes, ma'am. As Hank Williams once said when he closes out a show, if the good Lord's willing and the creeks don't rise, I'll see you in so long. Until then, this is Hank Williams.
Signing out. Saying goodbye. That's the right way to end this show, y'all. We love it. Thank you so much. 2-Step Tribe. Stand.
This has been a Patriots Inside the Wire production. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the 2-Step Tribe, where you, the viewer, are always the rock star of this show. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and share. We cannot do this without you. Your uncle says so, and you are loved and appreciated. Sergeant 2-Step, sign us out. Let's load up.